Hi, it's Anish. Welcome to my garden and the pepper bed. So today I'm going to talk about some of the tips and tricks that I learned along the way on how to grow pepper and how we might extend the season in Edmonton. So we've got a few different varieties of peppers here. You can see jalapenos on either side of the sweet bell peppers and habanero in the back there. And I also got some cool looking purple peppers that I'm growing. So I'm going to talk to you about how I got the peppers going. As you know, Edmonton is in a growing zone 3B, so the plants need a head start indoors before I plant them outside. So about late March, I started them in seeds, indoor containers, and I kept them indoors and did the harden them off over time, starting about late May to early June. So they were not in the bed till mid-June, because you got to remember the peppers are hot, heat-loving plants. So anything below, I'd say 12 degrees or so, they don't really like so much, and they might get into a cold shock. So once I knew the weather was going to be good and warm and temperatures consistently above those temperatures, I brought them outside. So the other thing I faced was around whether to prune them or not. So there's different theories around that. So you can see on here, this is the plant that I pruned, and there's a cut down there below. And this is the other plant that I didn't prune. So I wanted to see what would the effect be on pruning. And as the growing season has progressed, I can see the one that I've cut and pruned, the peppers are bigger, the plant looks more healthy and more sturdy. The other thing I want to talk about is how do I extend the season? So here we are in mid-September, it's already cool, but I want to get the peppers, give them a little bit more time, because I have lots of flowers and fruit set, but they're not mature yet. So what I'm going to do is create a greenhouse of sort, or a hoop house as it were, and try and extend that to see if I can get it into early October. So this is the structure to the hoop house. So I'm going to put the plastic on usually around the evening, as the evening approaches, as the temperature goes down, or even during the day if I know the day is going to be kind of cold and wet, because we're approaching fall here. And I leave that on overnight, and I usually take them off sometime early in the morning when the sun starts to come up, because you want to make sure that you don't want to cook the plant inside, because it does get quite warm when it's all covered in plastic. So the peppers are covered in the hoop house. I find it best to just grab these regular clothes peg, and we just go ahead and clip them like that. And the plastic that I found best to use is this is actually a vapor barrier. It's a 6 mil plastic. You can go to a greenhouse and get one, but I just didn't have time, and I was at a hardware store and they were selling a 6 mil vapor barrier plastic, and it seems to work. So here we are in front of the tomato bed. But to recap what we talked about with peppers, so there's 4 things. One is start early, so late March. Make sure the temperature is warm enough, usually first week of June before you put the plants out. Third tip, prune them to increase yield. And lastly, invest in a hoop house to extend the season. So in the next video, we're going to talk about how companion planting, for example, how marigolds like these help your garden.